Hi, my name is Guy Costin, founder of the Dakota Network. It was so nice to see all of you at the conference on Monday. We thought it would be helpful to recount some of the notes that we took, as well as some of the great feedback we got from the audience through our survey of key takeaways from the conference. And with that, I'm going to quickly run through these. If you'd like a copy of the presentation, I'd be more than happy to send it to you. So number one is need to always be in the market. That was one of the key things that we saw so many investments get referred through relationships, and so you have to be somewhat omnipresent in the market. Two, investors are always looking for differentiated return streams. Three, another consistent theme, meetings run too long, people aren't prepared, so take 30 minutes off the meeting, cover everything else before the meeting. Clarity of strategy was another key theme, as well as using investment examples. Another question, why does a strategy work? Be prepared to answer that question. Why has your strategy worked, and go through in detail. What drives returns? Be able to answer that question, what drives returns? Number 7 is too many managers talk about performance in the meeting. As we all know, we're in the meeting because we've got great performance. Investors can see that. What they really want to see is have you walk through the investment strategy process and how you get to your returns. First 4 weeks at the end of the quarter are a complete nightmare administratively dealing with clients and updates, and what a lot of allocators discussed is please don't call during that time period. Number 9, managers need to earlier in the meeting define their edge and what makes them different. 10 is better pre-meeting preparation, so being able to state your value proposition quickly and avoid covering the basic information that can be covered at a different time, preferably in a pre-document that you might send or before the meeting. 11, we thought this was pretty funny. If someone was asked the question, what do you do with presentations after a meeting? The comment was 3 out of 4 go in the garbage. Good information to know. What we also started to see is a pretty big trend is coming up with different materials other than PDFs to communicate your message, whether it's videos, podcasts, blogs, other different forms of communications. Inboxes are definitely overwhelmed. We knew that. They were referencing that. They find it very difficult to manage all the content, so just something to be made aware of, all the many, many attachments. If there is another solution where you can post everything in one place, it probably is going to be much more useful. Over time, I think that the due diligence analysts and allocators end up managing content, managing huge numbers of PDFs. 14, unquestionably, ESG impact is sort of not so much the flavor of the day, but we've definitely got a feel for it's going to be the future of investing. At least the category is becoming very, very real with $7 trillion in assets. Again, this is just another key thing that the allocators hit on. Managers need to define their role, their strategy plays in a portfolio earlier in the meeting. It'll make the meeting much more productive. 16, understanding an allocator's time. They're doing a lot more than just doing research. They have a lot more responsibilities, and you have to respect that and try to keep your meetings to under 60 minutes. Our 17 takeaways, definitely more and more, there's much more indications of allocations to hedge funds, and too much time is spent discussing basic quantitative characteristics. They don't need to be discussed. People can read them. Again, getting back to what they really want to hear in a meeting. They don't want to hear sharp ratios, upside downside capture in the meetings. This is another content-oriented comment where everyone digests content differently. The more content you create, however, the more engagement you'll receive. And number 20, and the last, which we thought was very funny, is someone said, you know, it'd be nice if you could turn your white papers into videos. Clearly this came from a millennial. So thanks so much for watching. We'd love to send this video to you. Just email me, gcostin@dakotafunds.com, and I'd be more than happy to email it to you. Thanks so much.